Swedish building legislation clearly states that all new private and public buildings requires handicap-friendly environment. That's why all public buildings in Sweden are equipped with automatic door openers. I see lazy people using them without need, and that's why I teach my son not to use them for 2 reasons. One of them is to preserve the functionality for those that actually needs it. And second, it is great exercise in your daily life to open all your doors manually.
The basic idea is that there's an actual file that's exactly right from exactly right from
Sometimes when I try to reason, you don't seem to listen at all. I don't know if it's just a feeling, or if we are about to fall. Yeah, come on.
Let me give you guys a comparison between the base engine in the 911 compared to the 500 horsepower that you will find in a GT3. Sport Auto made a comparison between a Carrera T and the GT3 Touring. And in the video, the GT3 obviously is about 2 seconds faster. But then again, let's think that we changed the driver to a more amateur one, right? And then I guarantee you that the gap between the base engine and the 500 horsepower in the GT3 are even closer. And then throw it to public roads and then we are down to 0. And think of it this way then. Is it worth a Porsche boxed between the price difference between the cars? Or perhaps it might have something to do with, some male issues. To take the poor GT3 owner in defense, the soundtrack of the GT3 is much better than in the base 911 Carrera. But buying a soundtrack for the price of a Boxster, other thing has happened in this world. Before you throw yourself over the keyboard commenting this video making your fingertips bleed, please subscribe and you can follow my stupidity over time and correct me. But I'm actually going to try to make you like this video and clear things up. First of all, the GT3 performance is much higher than the 911. All statistics point in that direction, and since the GT3 is the benchmark in the sports car segment, it would be stupid of me to say something different. No, what I'm saying is when I look at any YouTube's videos where we have track day comparison between 2 cars, setting a lap time is an orchestra of elements. And I'm talking about the engine, that's just one instrument. But the conductor of the orchestra is the tires, and they are rarely mentioned. I'm also trying to say that the performance of the base 911 are at a very high level, and I don't think it gets the attention the car deserves. We are back in a 911. Remember previously when I drove the 911 Carrera 4S, and we are back in business. The thing is though, that's very important, the handling of these 2 cars could not be measured in difference on roads or even in track. The thing that's difference these 2 cars most today is that I'm driving a manual gearbox. It connects you even more, and it is so great to be driving the 911 and the agility it offers in so many ways, especially turning into corners and then heavy braking and then turn it in, heavy G, coming over the crest, next gear and just move on.
you, I can see its form.
The 911 Carrera is a perfect base model to enter. I must say it has everything that you need from a proper sports car. Coming up here at the highway, whoa, nice. The handling, I don't know if you saw that, but the car kind of slipped away a bit for me when I entered the highway. But it is like tapping you on the back saying, you know, my dear driver, you know, within a second or two I might touch out my rear a bit, so be aware. So the thing is, when I bought my first GT3 back in the beginning of the 2000, it was a 996 MK1. I said to everybody that this is a race car for dummies. That feeling has been transplanted over the year back into the base model, and that's why you need to go for the base model if you want a perfect sports car for a daily use and when you go on track days. Then the base model does not have, as the Carrera T, the possibility to option your car with rear wheel steering. That is one of the features that really puts more Porsche DNA into the vehicle. Therefore, I must say that the Carrera S has its position in the Porsche range, but buying the Carrera S for the engine is, for me at least, waste of money. What I would do was actually to try to get hold of a Carrera T where you have this beautiful 370 horsepower engine, and then a Carrera T with a proper rear wheel steering. Then, and only then, you will have a proper driver's car for less money than the GT3. Don't underestimate the small changes Porsche has made on the Carrera T, because I think that is the few things that needs to be changed on the base model to really extend the possibility of the 911 base model. As you can see, I do not fit in the trunk of the 911. As I have mentioned in my Panamera 4 Sport Turismo video, there is a journey when you became a father when you moved from the 911 to the Panameras and the Cayennes. And I wish I could fit my family in the 911 with all 2-3 kids in the car and all the items that comes along with it. But I can't, because if my family would fit in this car, this would guaranteed be my daily driver.